are essential to our way of life, almost as much as Jason Statham is to ask it. In the 2024 action thriller Beekeeper, Statham stars as a former government special ops agent who has settled into a peaceful life as a beekeeper on the farm of his friend and retiree, Eloise Parker, portrayed by Felicia Rashad. The tranquility shatters when Parker becomes the target of a phishing scam, losing all her savings and leading to her tragic suicide. Fueled by vengeance, Statham's character embarks on a relentless quest to bring down those behind the scam, leaving a trail of destruction that reaches the upper echelons of government power. Directed by David Ayer, renowned for his intense and gritty films such as End of Watch and Training Day, Beekeeper showcases Statham's unparalleled action prowess in a movie that's as thrilling as it is vengeful. With a runtime of 105 minutes, we find out how deep the corruption within the Beehive goes. But before we get into the review, if you enjoy this type of content, we're trying to reach 200 subscribers, so hit that like button and consider subscribing. Also, hitting the notification bell will alert you when we drop more content. Now, let's get critical. Eloise Parker, a retired schoolteacher, lives alone on her Massachusetts farm with her tenant Adam Clay, played by Jason Statham, who quietly works as a beekeeper. Mrs. Parker falls victim to a phishing scam, unwittingly giving away her banking information to scammers who mock her from their call center, reminiscent of a low-budget Wolf of Wall Street operation. Tragically, Eloise takes her own life. Upon discovering her body, Clay is detained by FBI agent Verona Parker, Eloise's daughter, under suspicion of murder. He's later released when it's determined that Eloise's death was by suicide. Verona shares with Clay the difficulty the FBI has had in tracking the scammers. Driven by a desire for justice, Clay enlists the help of the mysterious beekeepers to locate the scammers. Clay's investigation leads him to Mickey Garnett's call center, which he destroys, sending a fiery message to Garnett's boss, Derek Danforth, played by Josh Hutcherson. Instructed by Derek to pursue Clay, Garnett encounters Clay's lethal tactics. Clay easily dismantles the assault team and condemns Garnett to a watery grave after severing his fingers and binding him to his truck, which is then sent careening off a bridge. Clay's journey takes him to the heart of the scam in Boston, while Verona, authorized to pursue Clay, suspects his destination. Concurrently, Danforth, informed of Clay's actions, involves former CIA Director Wallace Westwild for security, escalating the situation. A confrontation with beekeeper Anisette Landris ends fatally for Landris, and Wallace learns the beekeepers will not intervene further. Infiltrating 9-Star United Center in Boston, Clay exposes Danforth's involvement, aligning with the FBI's discovery. Wallace suggests Danforth seek his influential mother's protection, revealing her as the U.S. President Jessica Danforth. At President Danforth's mansion, despite heavy security, Clay confronts Derek and the president, uncovering the scam's link to her campaign. In a dramatic standoff, Clay eliminates Derek and escapes using scuba gear hidden on the beach, with Verona opting not to pursue him, finally coming to terms with his vengeance. While not David Ayer's finest work, Beekeeper isn't without its merits. The fight scenes are efficiently executed, striking a balance between brevity and clarity, largely thanks to Jason Statham's adeptness in action sequences. However, the film lacks Ayer's hallmark intensity and realism. Interestingly, for a film centered around bees, it avoids any bee-related fatalities, which could be seen as either a missed opportunity or a deliberate choice to steer clear of Sharknado-esque territory. Directorially, Ayer seems to be operating on autopilot, delivering a performance that's merely passable. Unfortunately, the screenplay doesn't stand out, with Statham's character bulldozing through adversaries in typical action hero fashion. Emmy Raver Latman's portrayal of Agent Verona Parker is rather simplistic and laden with self-righteousness, particularly in her hasty racial profiling of Clay as the murderer. Josh Hutcherson embodies the stereotypical spoiled heir, creating chaos and leaving others to resolve his blunders. The narrative tries, albeit late, to add complexity to his character by disclosing his role in his mother Jessica's political ascent via dubious means. Jeremy Irons, as the former CIA Director Wallace and Derek's overseer, is underutilized, his talents not fully tapped into. Generally, the script positions characters as either obstacles for Statham's protagonist to dispatch or mere narrative tools, offering little in the way of depth or meaningful development. If you're in search of a film that serves as effortless entertainment, then this might be your pick. Initially, the movie hints at a potential depth, but quickly regresses into a straightforward action-packed punch-and-shoot affair. It lacks character development, operates on a straightforward theme of vengeance, and doesn't bother exploring the ethical dilemmas faced by its characters. The narrative focuses solely on Statham's quest for revenge, as highlighted by the film's conclusion, which leaves no room for resolution regarding characters like Verona or Clay. Therefore, I rate this film 2 out of 5 stars. Mission accomplished.
Okay. People are dead.